We're behind Bob's house, his neighbor. We've been invited in by the neighbors. Local school teacher goes missing. 70-year-old Robert Heikka.
He lived alone in a nice home in the Water's Edge subdivision, was actively teaching at Creekside Middle School when he just didn't show up October 26, 2020.
This is the vehicle that we're looking for.
A 2012 white Chevy Impala with a license plate number KRZI78.
Look at this. Oh, there's tire marks?
Oh my, those literally are.
What is that? What is that? What is that? We searched all day yesterday, the boat ramps in the area, which are the most logical. We were out at I-4 and 44 where the cell phone last pinged. We ruled out the 4 bodies of water right there near that intersection. You guys went out to the boat ramps that was the most logical place as far as boat ramps are concerned. We found a vehicle yesterday that was stolen and got that out of the water for environmental purposes. Fortunately, it wasn't connected to anything we're working right now. The students tracked us down yesterday where we were at, pulling that car out. They were glad that we were there. They knew who we were. And we know he was coming back from the Orlando area, potentially coming home. But most likely, logically speaking, we have to consider he was coming back and going home.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
Now we're going to make a turn into the Water's Edge community where he was from. There's tiny ponds in between the homes, and we're gonna go and we gotta touch base with the community and try to get into these waters, at least place eyes on them to rule them out. So you come down into here, and as soon as you make a right, his house is right there on the right. Did he come into here?
There's even a ledge.
Yeah.
Like even like a ramp.
Yep. Did he come into here and miss his turn? It's possible. We're behind Bob's house, his neighbor. We've been invited in by the neighbors. We're gonna check this pond as well as all the waters in his neighborhood. Cindy, you know, as being his neighbor, knew him quite well. Bob was always willing to help. The neighbors here are very lovely. I hope that when I'm that age, that I have amazing neighbors and we get along as well as these neighbors get along. It's great, great sense of community. Let's hop into this body of water and see what we can do. And looks like we'll be in this neighborhood for quite a while. So when this neighborhood was built, nothing was here. So these ponds and these areas that exist all throughout this neighborhood, just like this, these were dug out to build the platforms and foundations for all of these homes. So the neighbors suspected it's possibly deep. There's no objects. So we passed his house. There's nothing in here. Now we're gonna come up down here to where the road dead ends when you come into the community, where we already know from neighbors that a car has ran the stop sign, lost control, and come through into the water here. So it's possible. It's happened before.
So he would have had to go through the trees.
He would have had to split them, which it's possible. You can look at it right there where that cars are coming in right now. And you can see that it's possible. Those cypress trees really don't prevent a car from coming in. 8 feet right here, definitely possible. We have really, really good imaging on this. 7 feet still. No rocks, super smooth. You can see the edges over there, the embankments, the wall right there as we come by. You can see each little individual pillar. This body of water is logical because the one way into the neighborhood dead ends right into the pond, and we know a car's gone in here. His house right there is right here. Did he come home? Did he drive in? We now know that that's not the case. So we'll rule this out and go. There's what, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 ponds on the way in that are really easy accident locations where there's like no curb. Remember, you were like, Doug, there's no curb there. And the neighbor actually said that those ponds are the deepest, supposedly. We're still at 9 feet. Lots of fish. You see on your down imaging there, the stuff we just went over up top, the down imaging, there's a huge schools of fish at the bottom. Clean. This is clear. On to the next pond. Really consistent 9 to 10 feet throughout this entire one, and we'll see how deep the others are. I suspect they're going to be just as deep. So we didn't find anything, obviously.
Nobody?
No. So when you get about 5 feet out, it drops right down to 6 feet. In the middle is a consistent 9, 10 feet throughout the entire thing. No more than 10 feet.
Wow.
Yep. Thank you guys for being amazing neighbors to Bob and hospitable to us today, and it helps us on our search. You know, this is one location where we know he's not. So we're going to move on to the other access points up here near the entrance to the neighborhood and start there.
Okay.
So we're right here in front of Bob's house.
Yep.
We've cleared everything in this water behind his house. So we're going to come up here to the entrance of the neighborhood, and we're going to look at both these access points coming into the neighborhood that we saw on the way in, and we'll just start knocking them out and searching the bodies of water that may be potential accident points. So this is the road he would have come into the house. This is the only way into that section of the neighborhood. This being it right here on the right. This is the main one right here that I want to search. Put in right here. We can only use trolling motors because this community does not allow gas engines. Alright, so let me get this. We're already at 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet. Deep enough to hide a vehicle. Let's see. So we're casting 75 feet in either direction. 10 feet, 11 feet. Very smooth bottom. I can see everything. What is that? What is that? What is that? Okay, it's not a car. Tree, debris. Just really consistent 10 feet. So we're working with a vehicle that's been underwater for 16 months. It's not completely fresh. So it's going to have a mediocre amount of buildup on the vehicle, growth. So sonar is definitely going to illuminate it. It's going to absorb the sonar very well. When cars go in after a day or two, it's sometimes almost impossible to get a really good reading on them because a new car reflects the sonar right off of it. It just bounces right off of it, so it doesn't absorb. You really need your targets in underwater to absorb the sonar for it to illuminate itself. So we're coming up here next to the intersection. A lot of tree roots here. Really consistent, 10 feet still. I'm really actively working hard to find him, but I don't want to find him. I want him to still be out there. It's different when we're working a 20-year-old case, you know?
And it's like, you want to find the answers.
Yeah, I really, really want to find the answers. And I still do, it's just bittersweet. All right, this one is clear. Look at this. Are those tire marks?
Oh my.
Are those?
Those literally are. Look, you can literally see. It came from right up here, going down. Look, you can literally see right here. Look, going straight.
Yeah, so what do we have here?
Grass is down.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
So we got about a 6 foot width.
This was a year ago,
About a 6 foot width.
right?
16 months ago, which there still could be indentations, and it's possible. We'll see. We'll put the boat in here in a second. We'll know right away. 3 feet right here where we're at. 4 feet.
I really think we find a car. No other explanation.
Oh, there's no other car we're finding. If we find a car, it's his car. This is not the place where cars get dumped. These are places that horrific accidents happen and go unnoticed, unfortunately. These are the locations where it just baffles residents. Okay, I see the tree roots there. Both of the tree roots. So on this side, we have a fence now that's protecting this side. There's no way this community is going to replace a fence without figuring out there's something in here. I'm going to scan it anyway to see if there might be something really old in here. We're still at 9 feet. There's a community that deserves answers. There's a son and a daughter that deserves answers. And if something tragic has happened to Bob, you know, these children have lost their mom and their dad in a 6 months time period. Bob went missing in October, and their mom died in June. That's tough. Their mom died of COVID complications, according to the neighbors. It's really tough to lose both your parents, especially when your first parent you've lost and you know nothing. When we lose someone due to an illness, I'm not saying that it's easier, but you know, you can digest the fact that you know why. Try to move forward. It's not a car, it's just ground formation. You can see the pattern, see as it continues. You see that? At first it was alarming, I thought that was a vehicle. But it's definitely not. It's the bank there. It's the edge of the bank over there.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
10 feet?
10 feet. So we're gonna carry it right over into the other pond. So we just got out of this pond, carried our boat over right across the street into this pond. We know they're all 10 feet, 9 feet deep. So they're definitely all deep enough to conceal a vehicle. And these are both off of the main travel in and out of the neighborhood, which opens us up to the accident theory. You see way down there, right where this car is heading that's past us, as soon as you come into the neighborhood, there's 2 adjacent ponds just like we have right here. 9 feet deep. They dug all of these really consistent. All clear. So we're here at the entrance to the Water's Edge community, where Mr. Heikka would have came in right here off the main road, coming in from 44. The cut through up here to 44 brings you right here to the beginning of the neighborhood. Right near the middle school, Creekside Middle School, right here, where he taught for years. We have the body of water here. There's 3 other bodies of water, a total of 4 here on the school grounds that we're gonna come back to later. However, if you turn into this neighborhood here, and there's an accident, you lose control, you have a medical episode or whatever it may be, you could possibly end up in this pond. My hope is that we can hurry up and clear this before school lets out, because I don't want to be here when school lets out. I don't want to just put that in the students' mind what we're doing, because the students tracked us down yesterday where we were at pulling that car out, you guys saw, and they found out what we were doing and they were there. When the police opened up the barricades, they rushed us in, and they were glad that we were there. They knew who we were, and I don't want to do this to this neighborhood and the school when they're here. So we're gonna clear this. Nug's coming around the corner right now in his boat, so he'll be back here. Nug! How deep was it?
About 10, 11 foot.
Really? Okay. So now that you cleared this clears the neighborhood of the possibility of him being in his neighborhood. Yesterday, when we started our investigation, you guys went out to the boat ramps that was the most logical place as far as boat ramps are concerned, where you found the car. Mm-hmm. When you were doing that, we were out at I-4 and 44 where the cell phone last pinged. We ruled out the 4 bodies of water right there near that intersection. So we know he was coming back from the Orlando area, potentially coming home. But most likely, logically speaking, we have to consider he was coming back and going home. So in doing so, we're gonna leave the neighborhood right now, and we're gonna work our way up to 44 and I-4, ruling out possible accident locations. I've marked quite a few already. You guys come down here and take Tomoka Farms Road down to 44. And you're gonna take Airport Road down to 44. And you guys will both make a right up 44. And just keep your eye out for potential accident locations. We know where his cell phone died. We know where his home is. So basically we're breaking down all the land in between. After his phone died, if you left I-4 and 44 behind us where we started yesterday, this would have been one of the routes he would have made to turn up to his neighborhood. There's 2 other turnoffs to work your way up back roads to his neighborhood, but this is the most major road. This Airport Road turns off of 44 directly up to the school. The school and his neighborhood are on Airport Road. He's gonna be sitting right here at this light, making a left. Did he turn right here and continue to go straight? This is a good little scene here. Really pretty here. 8 feet deep, 9 feet, 10. All these ponds are very deep. 8.6 feet, 10 feet. Really consistent 10 feet, 11 feet. And this one is clear. Eight feet deep already, this close to shore. All right, Bob, where you at? Are you in here? Nothing so far. 9 feet. Eight feet. 7 feet. 5 feet, coming up quick, 4 feet, 3 feet. We're in the corner now. This one's all clear. Consistent 10 feet all the way through, like the others have all been between 9, and the front one got down to 11 feet. So on to the next. We're making our way up Airport Road. Continuing right up the street to the next pond. Let's go see what we got. Thank you, sir. Is this where he's at? Six feet in here, 5 feet. Seven feet, opening up. 12 feet. This would make sense to hide a white car right here. Well, for a car to stay hidden. We're 3 ponds down now, coming up Airport Way. We're working our way up.
I don't think he'd make it through there.
No, you're not making it through there. You're not making it through all of that without causing a lot of damage. It's definitely a decent accident location here. There's a lot of distance in between these trees, so it's possible. You guys worked your way already down here?
Yeah, we hit all the ones. There was like one small one on the right we didn't go to.
Okay. We've worked our way together now on Airport Road. How many ponds have you guys searched?
5.
5?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's a total of 8 here, 8, 9 that we've searched here on Airport Way. So this makes the last one here. It did get down to 13 feet, but nothing out there. I'm gonna pull you up.
Okay.
Stop. This one's clear. That makes Airport Road clear. Now we're gonna go down Airport Road and make our way up 44, turn around, and we're gonna search those 2 prime locations off the side of 44. We'll reconvene there. What about this pond right here? check this out. Something has been in here. There's several in and out marks all the way around. Maybe a gator, but it's something that's been yeah, so this one here, for several factors, can be ruled out. And what this does is it's drawing us right back to the school in the neighborhood. So our next location is definitely going to be the school. And we're going to have to clear those 5 ponds right in front of the school. This is the school. There's 2 ponds there. This is Creekside Middle School. These 2 ponds here, they have to be checked on school property. I don't want to think that he would be in those ponds, but we're not doing what we need to do if we don't search those ponds. Yeah. We're going to completely let the school completely empty, let all the employees go home, and we'll go in professionally and respectably after everybody's gone this evening. So let's get in the water and see what we come up with. It's really clear, really crystal clear water. So far, it's not picking up any foreign objects. There's a lot of growth in here, but nothing alarming, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything is organic. 6.7 feet, 7 feet. It's 1 pound down. 4 more to go. Okay, there we go. 10 feet. Really clear bottom, like you can see everything that's in here. This one's clear. I mean, what we're checking right now is in line with accidental. And this fits up with his route. These are all off the main road. Four feet deep. Eight feet deep right here where we're at.
This car belonging to missing Port Orange teacher Robert Heikka, who was last seen October of 2020, has been found in a canal in Volusia County. A body was also found inside.